Well, apparently we are live. Hello to each and every one of you. This is the Seattle Black Veteran. I just really stopped in for just a minor second here. I'm not going to be on loan, unfortunately, because I have a gang of stuff I have to do today. But anyway, I want to stop in and rap to you guys about um, what we're talking about. We talked about health last time. Now, I want to give you guys an update here. I get a lot of people asking me, or when I come on to a lot of people's channel, I have reached the age of 61. Okay. Now, a lot of people ask me this, and I would say this. Sorry about the scattered black backdrop or whatever. We're working on this. And I apologize for the short little tutorial today. But what we talk about is mind, body, and spirit. All right. So we talk about your health. We were talking about yesterday. The last time I was on, I was talking about uh, getting yourself medically covered, whether it's dental, vision, body. All right. And the reason why I talk to you about this is because as me, I live in a senior community, which I really enjoy because it's quiet where I live. Um, Moving out of this place here, but I'm still here. I have to keep this place here because it's closer to my hospitals. Okay, so when we talk about this, and that's why I say my channel is not about the shame game or anything like that. It's just really to get you up on some things here. Now, when I talk about the body and we talk about your health, now it is actually said that in the community there's a lot of single women. Um, there is a lot of single women in the senior community, but I won't say that's because of there is a lot of messed up women. Men who pass away before the ladies pass away. Now I want you to understand this, and this is how this rolls when I talk about it. Is when I was a young man, a little guy, young boy. Uh, a lot of us we did hardcore stuff. We drive riding motorcycles, dirt bikes. What else? We're playing football hard. We're going hard in the paint, whatever we do physically. A lot of women are more into the point of taking care of themselves. You're going to get manicures, pedicures, getting massages. These are the things that most of the women were are into, and that is taking care of their bodies. Most of it's their health as well. And now these days, and we don't smoke like they used to do when I was younger. Uh, so the thing is this. Uh, Let me get this right. So when we work hard and we do things hard as young men, most of the women they're taking care of their bodies, they're taking care of their minds. It's just they're doing all this stuff that gets them more healthier, should I say? Okay, so when we talk about this, let me turn this up there. So when we talk about this is what I want you to understand. Now, I go to the gym an hour and a half, 4 days a week. Now, when I talk about mind, body, and spirit, your mind has to be in tune with keeping you healthy. And when we talk about your mind keeping you healthy, it's being around people who are in a positive light that you want to be in. That's helping keeping your mind healthy, and this is going to help keep your body healthy. Hey, Vanessa Kitty, how are you, dear? It's so good to see you. It's been a while. I'm so sorry, sweet. It's so good to see you, Vanessa Kitty. Real good. You probably could chime in on some of this too as well. Good to see you, dear heart. And I hope everything is going super with you. I'm sure it is. And I hope everything's going great with your family. So when we talk about mind, and I say a lot of women when we were younger learned to take care of themselves a little better than most men do. And I don't mean that, in a negative way. It's good to see you, beautiful. In a negative way, because this is men, we like I said, we play hard in the paint. But when we talk about, I'm going to talk about the mind. We're going to talk about the body and a little bit on the spirit side as well. So, like I say, on the mind thing is, I want you to understand there is nobody in this world who is not dealing with certain mental or physical aspects in their life. We all are going through something or another. Okay, it's now the point. When I piped earlier, and I did not bring my oh bless you, baby, beautiful. That's a painful. Yes, yes. So when we're talking about this here, when we all are going through something, and this is why when I do my channel, I'm not doing it for clickbait, and we're not going to it's no shaming on the challenge because, like I say, everybody is going through something. So we have to, yeah, I got my vote in earlier today, a couple days ago. Um, so the thing, when we're around people who can kind of understand, because as I get into, even before I got into my 60s, I understand that the body has a shelf life and it depends on how you take care of that body. Part of it is going to depend on your mental aspect of what you look at when you want to take care of your body. It's like this: when you go to the gym, if you go to the gym, or if you're working, or if you're walking, or if you're running, or whatever activity you're doing to get your heart rate up to help kind of keep you in a healthy aspect, you have to think about these things here because let me see here. I got to put my little mind thing up here uh, and get this out up here. Um, so we're talking about mind when people, oh, 63 December, go ahead, girl, right on. You're still a young girl. It's like we both are, you're still young. Um, but when we get into our 60s, I'm gonna tell you this. There have been days I wake up and go, good Lord, I wish I didn't have to experience this certain amount of pain that I'm experiencing from one thing or another. And I'll give you like, I have a neuropathy and I got this. I'm so sorry why this thing keeps going out. My Wi-Fi is crazy. So, and I mean this too. So it's you have to get up and say, okay, regardless, I got to get up, get out, and do something. Whether it's walking, getting some fresh air, whether it's running, whatever it is that you do. If you do martial arts, if you do Tai Chi, Qigong, I recommend Tai Chi strongly. I see a lot of people that it does help. But when we get into our age here, I always tell people this: everything has to be done in moderation. If you do too many things, if you do one thing too long. I mean, I was in high school and I'm a serious beer drinker, right? But I have to moderate that because I have to take care of how much alcohol I'm letting go into my body. But see, this comes to your mind thing here is where is your mindset at? Where who are you around? What's going to be going on in your life? You have to look at that, okay? As I tell you, like I say, living in a senior community, it's not that a lot of these women are that bad. A lot of these women's husbands pass away before they do. Okay. So it's taking care of your body. And like I say, you have to start off a mental aspect of that, looking at that. Now, when we get into that, I say this like I say, everybody is going to experience something one way or the other. Some of these things come and you don't even ask for them. You don't ask how they got there. How you are not in full control of everything that goes on with your body. But in order to kind of keep everything intact, you have to start thinking about your mental aspect and your physical aspect because your mental aspect will affect your physical aspect. So I say this too: if anybody is out there suffering from any kind of mental disposition, don't be embarrassed about that. Get that taken care of because it will affect how you move throughout the rest of your day and how you move throughout life. If you're not attuned to that, try to be around people who are positive. You're running into some people who probably experiencing some of the same things that you're experiencing, and they can offer you great help at keeping that under control, whether it's mental or physical. Okay, and I mean this. Nobody listens to right now when I try to give you information that's designed to help you. When you get into your 50s, I guarantee you, and I hate to say this, you will start experiencing things one way or another. Some people are experiencing them prior to that. And what's it said? A good friend of mine lost both of their legs, right? But the mental aspect to get up, get out, and start moving, doing something, get around the positive group that's going to move with you, help you get moving forward. Okay, this is what's inclusive to your mental health as well. Okay, it's getting up, getting out, and still moving, walking, running, doing whatever physical exercise you need to do. Now, I tell you, I'm a diabetic, a type 2 diabetic. My mission is to reverse this diabetes and move it into another direction. And so where I can be more healthier. All right. So I get up and I do an hour and a half in the gym. I go Monday, Tuesday, take off Wednesdays, and I go Thursday, Fridays. This is mental as well. Back when I was younger, hump day, if you guys still do hump day, it's a day off. Your body needs rest too. Your body needs proper eating, proper sleeping, and proper working out. All right. Now, let me see. I don't know if I put my stuff up here, but for me, I take about 5 grams of creatine with the big old bottle of water. It's probably about a quarter, almost half gallon of water. Because if you're using creatine, you're going to have a lot of water because it's going to affect your kidneys and you need to keep that moving throughout your body. Creatine is what your body already creates. Okay. Now I'm taking creatine because I do my workouts. Now, when it comes to a protein powder, I use a vegan protein powder. I don't know if where I put this stuff at. I got to dig this stuff up. I use a vegan protein powder because I am a vegan myself. So for me, being a vegan, well, I can't drink milk. My body's kind of like lactose intolerant for that. But you can get, I'm gonna see if I can find this. I'm so sorry because I was running back from getting dinner uh, over here at the around the way here at the restaurant. But if you're gonna, I would say get a vegan protein powder and it's a plant-based protein powder. It's called pea protein, PEA protein. And this protein powder, I got it from Costco. You can get it online. I gotta find this. I'm so sorry. I'll be more equipped on the next on my next live. But we're gonna keep it moving here. Okay, so these kind of protein powders, all I take, and I only take it like once a day. Um, my index at 6 foot tall, I'm supposed to be at a max weight of 190. I'm at 207 now, and but that's a lot of more muscle mass than what it is. I'm not just gaining weight because I do a bike ride for 20 miles a week as well. Now, this is just to keep moving me because I'm hardcore about getting this together. So, like I said, you have to have a mind concept to where you're going to get up, you're going to get out, and you're going to do it. Walk if you can, get out, get some fresh air. Start developing a habit now of when you are what you want to do, and start doing it young because when you get older, and I know cats here, and I see a lot of people when I watch them walking. If you see some seniors and they're walking like hobbling left and right, more of that's probably because of a hip issue. It can be a hip, it can be legs, and it can be knees, and or it can be feet. But those are issues that have to be looked at and taken care of, so you can kind of, because one thing leads to another. And I mean this, if you have a pebble in your boot, you're going to walk differently. And it's going to adjust how you move throughout, and it's going to take a toll on your body in a certain other aspect. You'll start using more weight on the other leg. You'll start getting pain coming up through your leg. So you have to be a mindset about this. And so I say the mindset, don't let negativity pull you down. Stay away from a lot of negativity. This is a voting season now, and I am so tired of getting all these god darn texts on my phone. And that's another thing. Be careful about that too. Donating texts, donating with people on these text messages. And this is a sidebar. Just on the news, they were showing how many people were getting duped out of hundreds of thousands of dollars, 60,000, $200,000. People are getting duped by donating to these text messages that come up. Be very cognizant about that. I don't do that. So back to the point. Get out, get up, and move that body in a positive direction. This is the holiday season. Be careful about your alcohol intake. These things will start messing with your liver and actually messing with your brain and your body. Back in the day, if you ever watch these Western movies, they go choose your poison. And exactly, a lot of that can be poisonous to your system, and especially if you're not taking everything in moderation. Okay. I'm about to have a beer here and watch the game here in a few in a few minutes. But think about that. Now, when I talk about spiritual, I'm not telling you what to believe in or anything like that. That is your prerogative. But feed the mind, with something spiritually balancing. I meditate. I am a Buddhist. So I meditate a lot, and I do Qigong and I do Tai Chi. I used to do Kung Fu a lot, Southern style. And I used to do Judo and Jiu-Jitsu. Uh, be careful with these MMA things. The MMA are these what do you call it? Octagon ring fighting, taking all those blows to your head, to your body. I want you to look at any person who's used to do these things, fight like this all the time. See what they look like when they get into their 50s. All right. Get into their 60s. This is going to be a lot of damage to the body, taking those blows, kicks, and punches to the head. And I want you to look at this seriously, because if you look at boxing, the gloves are thicker than what they are in the MMA. Uh, and people are coming out with cauliflower ears, coming out with brain damage, be taking all those blows to the head. And this is when they get into their 50s, right? Not even to their 60s. Smoking, I would urge you, if you're doing that, stop, because that smoking is going to take a very serious toll on your body. So be very, very cautious about what you're intaking into your body. This is what's going to affect you when you get into your 50s and 60s. There's going to be times you're going to wake up and you're going to be like so much pain because of stuff that you did earlier. And you're going to pray for days that you do not have to be in pain. All right. And some of the stuff, like I say, some of the stuff, the pain that we're getting, and some of the inflammations or problems we're getting with our body, some of these things could happen because of DEA. Your lineage throughout your mother and your father, heart strains and heart problems. Okay. So kind of be cognizant of what's going on in your family, so you can understand what may be going on with you. Talk to your doctor about your history and your family and how you can avoid some of those issues, such as bad heart conditions. I don't know how in the world I ended up getting diabetes type 2, because I do not eat a lot of candy or anything like that. Maybe because I drank a lot of beer when I was in the military. I don't know. But when you get these issues, take these things seriously. People have passed away because of diabetes too. So I have to take this very seriously. Look at your food intake. Remember, things in quantity, reserve. Do not overdo some of the things. Like I say, holiday season's coming up. Now, I'm telling you, as a person that's in their 60s, all right, be cautious about this stuff here. I see people every day because I live in a senior community, and some of them are experiencing some things. I had a lady just told me she's on the walker. Her husband passed away. So now she has to live in a senior community because she can't afford to take care of their house that they were living on and on the land. So, and this is another thing I want you to think about. If you are in your 20s, 30s, or whatever, start getting your property. Even if you get a condo, get you a house, because it's going to build equity. And when you end up going where you cannot be getting out, cutting the grass, going all around your house, doing all the maintenance that it requires by yourself, you want to probably be able to sell that property, or hand it down to your next your son or your daughter. But if when you sell that property, you're going to have to need money to live in wherever you go, especially if you're assistant living. Now, I'm giving this to you guys real. If you get into this, my age, I'm blessed because I only have a little bit of issues going on. But when you get, and I'm telling you, this is real talk. When you get into your 50s and 60s, if you haven't got a good, the 401k plan right now, I don't know about that, because right now, Boeing workers right now are going on strike. They've been on strike for like a month now, and they are looking to get their retirement plan back because the Boeing is saying, no, we're going to give you help you with a 401k. But like, look at, if you're into stocks, if you're not, look at what these stocks are doing now, and you have to depend on them for the rest of your life. A lot of people are not trying to do that. When you have property and you can sell that property, you can probably have the money, whereas you can live off the interest rate. Okay, because I'm gonna tell you, right across the street from me is a building called the Merle. The Merle, it's not the top of the line expensive, but it is almost 7.5 to 8 grand a month to live in an assisted community where they cook food for you and help you live throughout your day. Now, if you haven't started thinking about how you're going to retire, how are you going to take care of your body, yourself in the future? When you get into that age bracket and you don't have it planned out, you're going to be limited. And I'm telling you, look into this retirement. A lot of people guys are not thinking about it because you're like, oh, I'm only, 30, whatever, 40, 20 years old. I'm telling you, if I see this every day, I'm living it. Think about how you're taking care of your body right now. Think about how you're taking care of your mindset right now. And think how it will take care of you when you get into your 50s. How many, by the raise of hands, are going to retire, are looking at what retirement's going to look like? Do you know now in Seattle, Washington, to buy a house in Queen Anne, and it can be a small 2 bedroom, 900 square foot, it's going to cost you about $1 million, if not million plus, to live in that area. So now you got to find an area where you can buy your house. You can go down south, get you a nice piece of acre property, whatever. I don't go down south because I don't like bugs. I was stationed down south. So taking care of your mind and your body. Look at these people now. If you haven't heard it on the news, how long Boeing mechanics, machinists have been on strike. It's going on 2 months now, right? And they're trying to fight to get a retirement plan. And Boeing's like, no, we're not giving you a retirement plan. Boeing, like I say, even if you're investing in stocks, Boeing just lost, I think, $56 billion because of this issue and because of these plane crashes. The max. Okay. I'm telling you, if you're not planning for the future, you're planning to fail. I'm being honest with you. Your body, like I say, has a shelf life. You see these glasses? I gotta buy glasses. I have to wear glasses. I have to get the prescriptions fulfilled. I have to, when you get older, do you know dental? And half of us right now, or half of everybody's right now, if not more, are living off their job to help pay for their dental, but they're only limited to so much what they can do with their dental a year. You can get a cleaning, you can get a crown. How much is this stuff going to cost you? So now, if you are not thinking about this, how are you going to take care of it when you get older? Crowns cost about $1,800 for a crown, one crown, right? Now, if you need other teeth, and that's why I say not having all your teeth in will cause you to chew different. If you're missing teeth on this side and you got more, you're going to be chewing on this side when you should be chewing on both sides, and which is going to affect your digestive system. So we have to think about this. How long does beef sit into your body before it's processed in and out of your body? Okay. Think about that and what you're doing. Like I say, I don't knock anybody what you're doing. I'm just giving you the facts and what I see, what I live. I see these with people who I live. I'm experiencing these things. I had 2 crowns this year. I got 2 crowns at $1,800 a pop. How am I going to pay for that if I wasn't getting 100% disabled veteran status? Right? I'm not bragging about that at all. Some people got the money to pay for that. That's cool and the gang, and I'm happy for you. Keep rocking. I know veterans right now who can be receiving a veteran status at the VA, but they say, you know what? I make all this money. I don't need the VA. I'm going to tell you this, and this is real tough. It's come a day where you're not going to be making all this money. So you're going to have to plan. And if you have an opportunity to get your VA status and get your dental work done, I strongly suggest you go and do that. Because when you get into your 50s, 60s, 70s, and if you're blessed to live into your 80s, you're going to need dental work. You're going to need help with your dental, what you're doing with your mouth, with your body. So this is why I say mind, body, spirit. Get your mind in the right space to say, okay, when do I plan on retiring? Is Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security. Is any of this going to be available for me to take advantage of to help me live into my 60s, 70s, and 80s? All right. If you're not thinking that you will live in your 60s and 70s, 80s, and you're out there living buck wild, you may be right. You may not make it into that time frame. But I'm telling you, as a person who's in his 60s, who have seen these things happen to people because they did not plan, they did not know how. There's people 60, 70, and 80 still working another job because they need that extra income. Food is high. You try to go out right now and get some food. I just came from a restaurant. Uh, Spent almost $80. Two beers, plate, right? $80. That's crazy. So you start going shopping. Shop smart. Put your brain on tight. Put your brain on tight. Start thinking about your future. I'm telling you this. There's people in this facility where I stay who are working two jobs, one job. I know a cat, he's in his late mid 70s and he's driving for Uber. He's driving for Lyft to get some extra cash because food's high, his bills are high. And if you live in an apartment, they've been raising rent. In this apartment I live, they raised it twice. This is the gig too, is that if you get older and you cannot stay in a home and you have to go and live in a community where there is seniors living there, they will put you on a month-to-month basis of paying. Because if I put you on a year lease, you're locked into that year lease rent. They are going to put you on a month-to-month because they want to raise rent and have you paying more money. Now, more money for rent, more money for food, dental, physical health. Okay. And this is why, if you listen to these candidates right now, everybody's talking about Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security. People are looking at this very seriously. And if you know anybody who works with Boeing, Boeing is suffering right now. Boeing had told these people this: we're going to start laying people off. And you machinists who are out there, we're going to be cutting your jobs too. Isn't this crazy? Right? Boeing says this: as big as Boeing is, we are not offering no retirement plan. Boeing said to hell with that. We are not giving you no retirement plan. So now you work for Boeing, hypothetically or for real, you work for Boeing and they're not giving you a retirement plan. And you get into your 60s, 70s, and now you want to retire. They're not giving you a retirement plan. What are you depending on? Your 401k, Medicaid, Medi-Cal, Social Security? How is that going to be intact when you get to that age? Start thinking about these things, people. Buy you some property. Get you some property, because properties is always going to be in demand, all right? Depending on where you are. Now, get this, like I say, depending on where you are. Florida, right? Just got hit by Hurricane Milton, right? Tore and ripped through the place. Do you know that a lot of those cats there do not have flood insurance? Do you know a lot of that stuff? If you have flood insurance, you know it's going to cost you almost $10,000 a year just to get flood insurance. And a lot of people, they're doing this to people in the Midwest as well. They're saying where you live is too risky for us to insure your home. So we're not going to offer you this type of insurance that's going to cover it in case a hurricane comes through and wipes out your house. Now, this is a very serious thing to look into, because say if you're in your 60s, 70s, or 80s and you live and bought you some property over there in Florida where Hurricane Milton just went through and wiped out. Now, how do you sell that property and what kind of profit will you get back from that? I strongly suggest you do it quickly, get you some property somewhere else. People say we're happy that we move more inland and not on the beach. There is a place up here in Washington, Western Washington, called Ocean Shores. They are in the same state of Miami people are. Ocean Shore has no protection. If a tidal wave or monsoon comes through there and starts wreaking havoc, they have no protection from that. If you look at the papers for Ocean Shores in Washington State, you will see a gang of houses going up for sale. A lot of people bought property out there to Airbnb them out, but the insurance is telling them we are expecting something's going to come soon and we're not going to cover it. And on top of that, ocean shores. Oh my God, one way in, one way out. Um, I don't know. But like I say, back to it. Mind status. Take your money instead of sinking it into beer, alcohol, or whatever, gambling. Put something that's going to hold you down when you get to the age of 50, 60, 70. Okay. Get you some kind of piece of stuff that you could turn around and say, I can sell this. I can take that money, reinvest in some other land that's bigger or whatever. But about time you get into your 80s, I'm telling you, fam, listen, when you get into your 80s, a lot of medical stuff is going to start rolling up on you. Dental, vision, right? Let alone if you have, like me, I got this shoulder issue going on. I got to go see my doctor in 2 weeks, right? We're talking maybe cortisone shots, right? How much does that cost? We're talking maybe surgery. How much would that cost if I wasn't covered? All right. So now those who are not covered, I want you to seriously think about these things. All right. I'm telling you as a brother who's in his age of in the 60s, I'm telling you, start looking out for your future. All right. That's taking care of your body now, getting your mind ready for what's down the line. I'm not saying it's all going to be terrible. I'm just saying prepare yourself, because if you're fortunate and blessed enough to make it into your 60s and 70s and 80s, I want you to start thinking now. Like I say, look at these Boeing machinists. I talked to one today. Boeing is like the union turned down Boeing, said, we are not settling for this. We want a retirement. We want more money. Boeing is like, no, we're not giving you a retirement. So what? You work for Boeing for 20 years, 30 years, and you're not getting a retirement. So now what does that mean? That money that you are making, you are going to have to be smart about what you do with that money, where you put that money, how that money is going to help you grow. I mean, a 401k, that used to be the bomb, but you don't know. The stock market is volatile. You don't know when it's going to bounce up, bounce down, unless you are seriously into the stocks and know how to maneuver through that. All right. So when we talk about living, when you get to that age, now I'm in the middle of looking at purchasing 2.5 acres of land, and I'm gonna build on that land within the end of this year or the beginning of next year. This is going to happen. All right. But when I get 80 years old, I don't know how I'm going to take care of all that land. All right. So I'm gonna have to start figuring it out. Sell off a portion of it, live on what I can get from that land. All right. Or how am I going to, like I say, when your dental comes, when you're not working no more, you're supposed to be retired. But if you're with Boeing, you're not getting a retirement from Boeing. Boeing's not giving it to you. Work for the county. You can do 20 years with the county. I think it's 10, 20 years, and you can get a retirement with county. If you're working with a county up here in Seattle, which is King County, over here where Seattle is, the county there has good medical, good dental, and a retirement. All right. So look at those jobs now who are going to help you with a retirement. If you're working with the state's not as good as county, but the state will give you a retirement if you're working for 20 years. The government, the same thing. Military, 20 years, get to that age, you can get a retirement. Brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, start thinking ahead now. And part of that is not just your money, but taking care of your body, right? Your body has a shelf life. Look at what that shelf life means. They say the average African American lives to be, I think, 75, 75, 70, 75. Wow, really? That's interesting. So that means what? What is the average age in your family? The average age in your family, where do they live? Brothers and sisters, mom and dad, okay? And if you're blessed to live 80, 85, 90, have you a retirement plan in effect that's going to help take care of your body, take care of your grill, your teeth. help you get vision. All right. And if you get to be that age, you will be looking at assistant living, someone who can help you. I think the politicians are calling it the sandwich family now. You're going to have mother and father here, and you're going to have kids, and you have to help take care of them while you're in the middle trying to work and do what you have to do. They call it a sandwich family or sandwich, something like that. But look at that. This is real talk, guys and girls. Real talk. A lot of cats won't talk to you about this. You'll get on the YouTube and you listen to what's going on with P. Diddy, what's going on with this other rapper, what's going on with these people making all this money. But nobody's talking about helping you take care of yourself. Nobody's trying to prepare you about what's in your future, what is going to happen to you in your future. Nobody is trying to tell you, hey, look, get yourself like this, get yourself positioned right here, get yourself doing this. So when you come to the age where you do not want to work no more, how are you going to take care of yourself? I want you to seriously think about this. This is why it's health part 2. And this is what I'm telling you. I see people, I go through it. I go through pain. I'm like, I have neuropathy in my feet. I used to run 15 miles a day when I was young. Can't do it no more. So I bike and I go to the gym. Find alternate ways to keep your body healthy as much as you can. Some things, like I say, are unforeseen that we're going to run into. Look at the history of your family. What kind of medical issues happen in your family? And are you going to be acceptable to that? Right? So you need to look at these things. I'm telling you, nobody's going to be out here trying to tell you how to look out for you. Everybody's on here wanting to get clickbait when they talk to you about this person, that person, this person, that person. Everybody in this planet are going through something. There is nobody escaping it. Either your parents are going through it, your kids are going through it, or you're going through it, but it's affecting you in one way or the other. And how you get on top of that is start getting yourself mentally and physically prepared. Take care of your body. Take care of what you're letting into your head. This is election season. I got to turn off the news. I'm tired of hearing about this stuff. I already put my ballot in. I'm done voting, and I hope you vote as well. I don't care who you vote for. Vote, okay, and get it done. Let's move forward. What does they say? Let's turn the page, move forward, or whatever the politicians say. But the thing is, I want you to start looking out for yourself. I want you to start putting some money away. All right. Start putting your money away. I don't know. I can't tell you how to invest because I'm not a hardcore investor. All right. I know it's 3 things. They said this: your chair has to have a minimum of 3 legs. The minimum of 3 legs. You have to have a retirement plan. You have to have 3 sources of income when you are ready to retire. You need at least 3 sources of income. So think about how you're going to do that, because I'm telling you, once again, you're going to have dental, you're going to have vision, and you're going to have body issues, because this body that we are living in has a shelf life. It depends how you take care of it. And cats are not going to tell you this, but look at this. And if I'm saying, if you really want a true example, again, look at the Boeing employees. These cats have been on strike for 2 months now. How the money coming in? Where is it coming from? Because Boeing is like, we're not giving you no retirement. Whoa. So now you're going to work for a company that's not going to give you a retirement. What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? All right. I'm being real with you on this. Next time I come up, I'm going to use some examples, and I'm going to show you some real talk. I'm going to have to get out of this office of mine, and I'm going to have to take you down the street. I'm going to have to show you some things. I'm going to have some people talk to you about this who are in this age bracket. A lot of us are like, I'm not nowhere near that. But you're not thinking. Do you think you're going to live long? Do you want to live long? If you have kids, do you want to see your grandkids? Um, do you want to enjoy that? Would you like to sit and be around your great grandkids? All right. So how do we do this? Now, we don't want to be a burden on our kids. But if you're not taking care of yourself, you're going to be asking your kids to help take care of you. All right. And that's going to be heavy on your kids. Like, again, what they call a sandwich or whatever. You got kids and you got your parents to take care of, and you're in the middle. But this is real talk, people. I'm telling you, I have to come up and tell you, because nobody told me these things. People tell you, oh, go to work, man. Go to work and get a job. Get a job doing what? Get a job that you like, Uh, do they talk to you about retiring? Do they talk to you about when you want to stop working? What is your requirements that you're going to need when you stop working? Your requirements minimum is your health, hearing. Forgot about that. And what sucks about dental is that they don't add it to medical. It's a whole different bull crap, and that's because of insurance companies. All right, up in Canada, I think they got it taken care of that way. But you're looking at this, and I'm not trying to frighten you, scare you, run you off. I want you to think about these things, and I want you to be real with yourself. Am I covered? Do I have what I need when I retire? Is the money that I have when I retire going to last me until I expire? Right? And then let's talk about that. When it comes to expiring or leaving this planet, what kind of burial plan do you have intact? Being buried, burying you costs just being cremated costs you a grip of money. I mean, are you crazy? Right? I'm like, tell my people, go down to the Goodwill or the Salvation Army, get me a little copper cup or whatever, put my ashes in there. They will, hey, you know how much it costs? And I'm fortunate because I get buried in the military will take care of that. All right. And it'll take a lot of the burden off my family. These are real talk things that you have to think about. And I would say, get it out of the way now. Be proactive instead of reactive. All right. Start thinking about that. Boeing employees right now are thinking about this stuff very serious now. Boeing had not have a retirement plan for the last 10 years. They came in and Boeing said, we're not giving you no retirement. People, they're bugging out because of that. But right now, Boeing, I believe, has these people over a barrel because Boeing is going to start laying people off. They're cutting down on people. Like I said, Boeing just lost $56 billion because of all these problems that they're having right now. And if you look at Boeing stock, see where that's going right now. All right. But if you, again, are working for a place that's not giving you a retirement and you got to put money away, how much money do you think you need to be putting away? There are some retirement communities that the CEOs of the top companies that are going to, which is costing them almost $20,000 to $30,000 minimum a month to live in because they got a chef here, they got people to come in and check on them there, they got these emergency services right there. And now this is just to live in a retirement home for the rich. Now, dental, medical, vision, hearing, all these things. Are you ready for these things? Stop going to concerts and standing in the front row right by the speakers and getting your head blasted off. Right now, which a lot of people don't know, and they don't talk about it, plugging these things in your ear and cranking the volume up helps damage your hearing. All right. Now, that's going to be a very important thing you have to address because look at what it costs for a hearing aid. For a sound device to go in your ear, it's going to be like minimum of $2,000, $3,000 just to purchase those things. And then they're going to get outdated. They're going to get played. Now you got to go get some more. How are you being covered for this? I really and truly want each and every one of you to think about these things. People are not trying to put them out there and tell you this. They're playing the okie doke with you. Turn on the YouTube. Watch how this person is suffering. Who's this person suffering? Oh, go watch The View. Go watch back in the day, Jerry Springer. I got to watch this bullshit. Go watch Cheaters, right? Okay, but now what's happening with you? Has anybody talked to you about how are you going to make it? Are they putting this bug in your ear saying, you know what? Don't look at it negative. Let's look at it proactive, right? Let's look at, are we doing the right thing when we want to retire? And again, ask yourself, when do you want to retire? Give yourself a realistic age. What, 56, 60? Are you going to work until 70? How long do you want to work? All right. And if you're working, how are you going to take care of yourself when you stop working? Do you have money put away to pay for you? Or you can, put the money away and sniff the interest that can help take care of you, right? Put some investments in some land maybe that can help take care of you when you sell it. You can go somewhere and live comfortable, right? Now, I know some cats who worked for Boeing before they stopped the retirement crap, but they got their retirement before they stopped it. So they're still making their good money. And they are also sold land where they can live comfortable. But I promise you this, and I'm going to tell you this because I see it every day. There are people out here who need their kids to help take care of them. There are people out here who are in their 70s, 75, still have to work because they got medical bills, because the cost of living has gone up, right? And people don't understand. There's cats up here working and getting paid $21 an hour to work at McDonald's. So, of course, the money's going to be pushed over to the customer. Of course, the money's going to be pushed over to the customer for groceries. When you have to pay these people more, somebody's got to pay for it. And it's going to come between, it's just going to come down to the customer. All right. So now you're talking again, cost of living, right? We need to pay close attention to ourselves, our body. Take care of your body. Take care of your mind. Don't let a lot of negative stuff get into where you can't get up. Don't let people talk to you and make you feel less than you are. You are king. You are wonderful. What did he say? You are fearfully made in his image. All right. If you believe in the Christian Bible, that's what it says. I believe everyone out here is special. You're unique. There's nobody like you. All right. Whether you have one arm or whether you don't have two legs, you are still special. So get up and get your brain moving right and ask yourself, what age do I want to put this work shit behind me? Pardon my lack of vernacular. Well, what age do I want to stop working? And then ask yourself, when I stop working, how much is it going to cost me a month to live? And if you live here up north in Seattle, oh God, Seattle, King County, oh, it costs you a grip. If you don't already have some property before the pandemic and all that, it's going to cost you some money to live up this way. So you can live somewhere else. I don't like Eastern Washington because it gets too damn hot and then it gets too damn cold. So you got to find out where you want to live, how you want to live. How are you going to take care of yourself? I'm serious about this because I'm telling you, I just got out of the hospital not too long ago because I had I put this on my last video. I had an allergic reaction to that Ozempic. Now they say it's good, but look at what is it, side effects. So every medication there's a side effect. Okay, so when I had that reaction to it, I had to go to the hospital. Ambulance ride, $2,000. Hospital stay just for overnight and the emergency room, $56,000, dog. $56,000 and the ambulance ride. So that's 57, 58, almost $60,000 in debt. But I'm a veteran and I have the VA pay for that. Okay. I was fortunate. So I'm telling you, I live with people who do not have the fortunate that I have for medical issues. And I need to tell you, you have to start thinking about when you want to retire. How are you going to retire? Where are you going to retire? How are you going to take care of yourself? How are you going to take care of these expenses? Because it's not getting cheaper. Remember back in the day, you can buy a house for $300,000. You could. $250,000. You got a nice house. Don't try that in Washington, King County. You're getting off a million plus. All right. Or you're getting into the high 900s. Okay. So I need you to be careful with that. All right. I had to stop and drop it into you. I don't want you guys thinking it's bleak and this, oh, what they say, the sky is falling. I don't want you to think like that. I want you to say, okay, shit, this is how I got to do this. This is the age I'm going to retire. This is how I'm going to retire. This is where I'm going to retire. And this is the kind of stuff I'm going to have backing me up in case I do have to go to the hospital, how it's going to be taken care of. But like I say, this body has a shelf life and things are going to start getting wore out. That's why you have to be careful about how you do things and what you do. Because if you're in there, I'm telling you, everybody can't come out of MMA and make money like Dwayne Rock Johnson. Very few. Everybody can't go and be a famous a rapper making money like a Snoop Dogg or Dr. Dre. Everybody can't do that. Everybody, you have your lane. Find out what your lane is and perfect it as much as you can, and make sure that when you say, I want to put down this work stuff and put it behind me, that you are covered. Okay. All right. I had to drop that in, and please forgive me because I'm telling you, people be playing too much. A lot of the young cats out there play too much. You think, oh, fuck that. I'm cool. I got this. I'm going to make it to this. Yeah, right. Um, think about it. Think about it hard because I'm telling you, God, I'm telling you, I got to go to the hospital in 2 more weeks because of this shoulder, right? And then I got this messed up trigger finger on my hand. I got to go back and get this thing taken care of. I don't know how this stuff happened. It happened. So I got to get it taken care of, right? I said you in my last segment. Close friend, $700 every 3 days for medication because she had a rare eye infection. And the medication that they have is saving her eye, but they only can make it every 3 days. $700 every 3 days. Plus, she got to drive to the hospital. All right. Plus, they put a stent in her eye to keep the medication from dripping down into her stomach because what you put in your eye can go into your system. So it went down to the stomach. She wasn't able to eat. So now a $400 stent had to be put in the eye to stop it from leaking in the eye. It ended up giving her pneumonia. So then she had to go and pay this extra money for this pneumonia shit. Now, I'm telling you, how many of us can swing this, right? Fortunately for this person, they had medical coverage through the VA, all right? And everybody's not fortunate to have that. And if you are a veteran and you are not looking at your percentage rate, start looking at it 30 plus. 30% plus is going to get you a lot of things. You don't have to have any percentage rate if you are in a mental situation and you serve in the military, okay? You can get looked at and you can get help. 30 plus. Now I want you to look at 30 plus. If you can increase that number, start looking at how you can increase that number and get more so you can be covered. All right. I'm the Seattle Black Veteran. I'm going to wrap this up here. Seattle Kraken is playing here. And I think San Diego, no. Los Angeles Rams and the Vikings are getting ready to play too. I think it's 5:17 if you're on the 5:15 if you're on the West Coast. But I'm going to kick it and I'm going to come back and get you guys up on game. All right. Now, like I say, if you like what you hear, please like and subscribe. Just hit the like button and drop me a message and just tell me what's up, what you think, what's on your mind. And I promise to get back to you. Oh, I give big shouts out to Shifting Some Soil, my girl Mona. Love you, girl. Thank you for hitting up Patty J. Love you too, sweetheart. Hope everything's going wonderful over there. Shouts out to my boy Mark Chisholm. This would be my Pacific High buddy. And Emma Jean out there, Pacific High. Love you too, girl. Hope everything's going good. Everybody from the pack, from the San Bernardino or the Inland Empire area. Hope everybody's doing good out there. To all my loved ones who stay with me, and please forgive me for not being on for a while. I got so much going on, but I got to get you guys up on game. And this is what I'm telling you. Where I am right now, getting ready to purchase some property. And I'm trying to get my little place built up and everything. But I want each and every one of you to get out there and start taking care of yourself. Like I say, this is not a lot of frills and frills. This is information to get you prepared. This is information about you. When you go onto YouTube, a lot of people go onto YouTube, like I say, to listen to what everybody else's problems are, but nobody's telling you, hey, look. And I'm telling you as a person in their 60s, which I am, this is what you really need to look out for. And you really, really should be on top of it because we find a lot of people into their who don't plan for when they retire. A lot of people just go and just live and don't know what they're going to do when they retire. A lot of our people are not thinking about what age they want to retire. And you really should think about that. And like I say, in the process of while you are doing what you're doing, take care of your body, take care of your mind. What comes in here will filter down to your body. And I want you to start thinking positive about yourself. You are beautiful. You are wonderful. I mean that. I want you to know that you are worth more than what you probably know. And and I believe that you could do everything that you need to do to make it right. Make it right for when you retire. Okay. I love each and every one of y'all. And I just want you to do good. I put myself out here and I'll tell you my issues. I'll jump on that grenade just so I can make sure that you are going to be okay. All right. I can't take care of you, Only thing I can do is give you information. Hopefully, it can help you. All right. And like I say, plan for when you want to retire. Put your mind on it. We're going to talk about that more. I did one call about budgeting. And I think go back and look at one of my videos. And like I say, please like and subscribe. And it'll talk about budgeting and how you're going to do it. And for you guys out who are already doing it good and doing it right, right on for you. Right on. Keep rocking. Keep rocking and keep taking care of yourself. Okay. All right, I am going to wrap this up. I think we almost hit the hour mark here, like a little 5 more minutes or something like that. But I just want to tell you that you're special, okay? And I just want you to know, God bless you. Think about what you want to do when you retire, all right? Because it's going to make life a lot easier for you, all right? Set yourself up to where you don't have to financially stress. Set yourself up to where you can get your medical, dental, hearing, and vision taken care of, okay? I know it's hard out here. I know it is. Believe me, it's not going to get no easier unless we plan. All right. All right. All right. I am going to get out of here again. I am the Seattle Black Veteran. And I just want to say I love you. And thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for coming hanging out with me. Okay. And I wish you a wonderful evening. And may your football teams do good. All right. Go Krakens. I love you guys. I am out of here. Take great care. Right on. I love you guys.